Call me. What's up, BFM? This is Big Tone coming at you with another video. Today we're going to do something a little different. I don't want to say it's real different, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more healthier than I was. Although I am going to use butter, so don't critique me too hard. So today we're going to do a spinach artichoke stuffed chicken breast. All right. But before we get started, you know how we get down. I want you to go down below, like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this video. That it really helps out the channel. We need to grow it, okay? So, all right, guys. So we're gonna start with the dip portion of this dish. Actually, you know what? I didn't like any of these components that I'm putting into this. Oh, I did like cream cheese. I didn't like spinach, and I definitely didn't like artichokes. But we're gonna add these all together. And if you've ever had spinach artichoke dip, maybe at like TGI Fridays or something like that, that's exactly what we're making. So we're gonna start here with the spinach. So this is really just 4 ounces, and it's a little bit more. It's like 6 ounces of frozen spinach. I would like fresh as well, but the frozen, it actually really works better in this recipe. And then we're just gonna simply add, this is 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And I always use Philadelphia. I don't care if it's cheaper. I don't care if it's more convenient. I always use Philadelphia. You can't beat the taste. So we're gonna add this 8-ounce block of Philadelphia cream cheese. You got to make sure that it is soft enough so you can mash it up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of mash that up a little bit with the spinach, okay? May take me a moment, but we're going to get in a little exercise. Just going to stir it around just a little bit here, just kind of incorporate it. Of course, it's not going to be perfect at this first little go around here, but we're going to get it in here. The next thing that we're going to add is it calls for about 6 ounces of artichoke hearts, and you have to chop them down. You can't leave them whole. It's not going to look right or taste right. So we're going to add about 6 ounces of artichoke hearts. I think this is about 8 ounces. I kind of just eyeballed it, but I'm just going to add it until I think it's about what I want. All right, so that looks like it's enough. We can always add some later. So you're just gonna mix that around here. You gotta make sure it really gets incorporated. And if I was to use real spinach, I like real spinach. I really don't like to just eat it, but I like it when it's in like a smoothie or something. But if we were to use real spinach, you'd have to chop it up and cook it down to get it like this. So you might as well just buy it frozen. All right, so we got this kind of incorporated a little bit here. All right, the next thing we're gonna add is a 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella. You don't have to go buy the expensive stuff. Anything you get from your local grocery store. I get the Great Blend, value pack, whatever it may be. But anyway, 1/2 cup of that. And then we're gonna use 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, okay? Parmesan's got a little bit of saltiness to it, but it's a great cheese. All right, so we're gonna stir this up here and try to incorporate it with the rest of it. It takes a little bit of time, all right? After you get everything incorporated and the cream cheese starts to warm up and loosen up a little bit more, so this is what you end up with. Basically, it's an artichoke dip. I do want to tell you one thing. With the spinach, when you buy frozen spinach, it comes in the package there and it's sealed up. You got to take it out and you got to make sure what I do is I put it in a couple paper towels and wring out all the juice out of it. It turns into like this hard spinach ball. But anyway, at that point you got all the liquid out of it, all the fluid, so you don't put that inside of your artichoke dip. But this is what you end up with. So it's just nothing more than spinach, Parmesan, mozzarella, and cream cheese. That's really all there is to it. It's actually really delicious. So now we're going to take that and we're going to stuff our chicken breast, all right? But here's what we're going to do. One moment, let me bring the chicken breast over here. So it's real simple. So when I pick out the chicken breast for this, we want boneless, we want skinless chicken breast, and we want them to be rather large, okay? And that's just due to the fact that we're going to cut them down, and you need a large chicken breast to be able to do that. So let me pull one out here. As you can see, it's a pretty large chicken breast. I've already washed them off. I've cleaned a little bit of the fat off of them. But we're simply just going to take a knife And we're just gonna run down the thickest part of it, all the way down to the back of the chicken breast. All right, so just gonna simply cut it down all the way through. So you're just really butterflying it. All right, that's all you really have to do. Just butterfly it like that, equal sides, and then we're just gonna simply pack it with the artichoke dip. Take a good amount because we want to at least have a little bit in here. Because once it starts to cook and that cream cheese starts to melt, it's gonna go down to a little bit of nothing, okay? So you're just simply gonna pack it in here like this. Put a little bit more. You don't want to overfill, but you got to put a decent amount, okay? All right, so we're gonna stuff it in there like that, and then we're simply just gonna take the other side of it and lay it back over. Now it's gonna have a little bit of a hard time getting, closing all the way, but that's exactly the reason why. Bear with me, I gotta wipe my hands off, okay? That's exactly the reason why we're using toothpicks. All right, so we get some regular round toothpicks you get at the grocery store. I usually use about 2 or 3, maybe sometimes 4 on one chicken breast. All right, so I got the chicken breast here, and we're simply just gonna sew this up. So you're just gonna push it together, kind of use both hands there, and I simply just poke the toothpick through both sides of the chicken breast, and I kind of do it at an angle, and then I push it through, and I leave a good amount on both sides. So then we're just gonna move up another maybe inch or 2. We're gonna do exactly the same thing. Push it through both sides of the chicken breast. All right, this is gonna help seal it together when we put it in the pan to cook, okay? All right, and so we're gonna move up another inch or so. Hope my hands aren't getting in the way. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and poke that through. So now you can see it's kind of sewing together as we're going around it. And then I'm gonna use the last one. On this one I use 4. Maybe on the smaller chicken breast, I wouldn't use quite as many. And then we're gonna take this one. I'm gonna come from the other side since there's a little bit more meat there. And I'm gonna poke up and through. And you see it coming around now. You can see as the artichoke dip wants to kind of escape, but you got it there, okay? All right, so after that, I'm turning over back on its back, so to speak. Let me wipe my hands again here, okay? Gotta get me some paper towels. All right, so once you've got it all sealed up and with the artichoke dip and everything, so my supporting cast looks like this. I'm gonna be adding, of course, a little bit of sea salt. Well, I'm actually putting quite a bit, but you don't always have to, because the artichoke and the seasoning not seasoning, but the cheese that you put in it still has a lot of salt in it. So I'm using Italian seasoning. I got two things here because this is about out. Black pepper, sea salt, cayenne pepper for a little bit of heat, and some paprika. I would really like to have some smoked paprika, but I kind of ran out, so this is what I got. All right, so we're basically I always start with salt. As I said, I put a fair amount, but I'm not trying to kill it. All right, and then starting with some pepper. As you heard in my other videos, I'm kind of heavy-handed when it comes to pepper. So, and then after that, I always like to put on my Italian seasoning. Okay. Now the Italian seasoning I kind of put on kind of heavy because that gives it that Italian flavor, I guess you could say. All right. Trying to patent that in a little bit because, some of it's going to fall off because it's going to just lie on top of the other seasoning. All right, and then we're going to use a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of heat. Not enough to make you not want to eat the dish, but just a little bit. All right, and then, of course, my paprika. I wish I had some smoke, but that's okay. All right. So then at that point, we're just going to simply turn the chicken breast over on this other side. Again, wipe my hands. Starting with a little salt again. All right, and again the pepper. again, a little heavy-handed, but I like it. A little Italian seasoning. Well, actually, a lot of Italian seasoning, sorry. All right, and then we're gonna hit it with some cayenne pepper, just a little bit. Gotta do both sides, you eat both sides. All right, and some smoked paprika, okay? Well, if I can get it open. Sorry, this is just regular paprika. I wanted some smoke, that's why I said smoke, but I don't have any smoke. So anyway, that's basically the supporting cast. That's all you do. Salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, cayenne pepper, paprika. So we got it all cooked up here, or all seasoned up here. We got the chicken breast stuff. We got it sewn up. So all we're gonna do now is put it in the pot. So I'll be back in just a second and show you all the chicken breast in the pot. All right. All right, guys. As you can see, I did 3 chicken breasts. I only showed you one on camera, but I got 3 of them in my handy dandy Copper Chef Pro, which is this unit here. This hot plate, it gets hot extraordinary fast. And then I also have a Copper Chef pan as well. This is the big boy. This is, I don't know how many ounces it is, or how much, but it'll hold. Right now I got 3 chicken breasts in. If they were normal size, it will hold 4 size chicken breasts, so a good size chicken breast. But as you can see, I think you can see the steam coming up here. But I got my chicken breast in. I put in 2 tablespoons of butter. But as I said, we're gonna make things a little healthier around here. So we're gonna put in 2 more tablespoons. That's my healthy part. Guys, so I got the chicken in here. I've already browned them on one side. So I flipped them over here. And by the way, I did this in my nice friendly little Copper Chef Pro. This induction heat, it's really a game changer for me because it gets hot super quick, and it cooks so evenly. And then I got my nice little Copper Chef pan here. So I love them. Go out and get them. If Copper Chef hears me, send me some more. I need some help. But anyway, you see I got the chicken breast. They're nice golden brown on one side. They're cooking. As it cooks, some of the artichoke the filling will start to come out a little bit. No worry. That's just normally what happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the chicken breast out. It's pretty warm and it's cooked. It's pretty brown and it's cooked about maybe 3/4 of the way done. But I'm going to take it out here in just a second, and then I'm going to make the cream sauce. So next time you see me, we'll be making a cream sauce. Okay, so now we're going to make the cream sauce. Now when I made this the other night at home, I didn't include the cream sauce, but I'm going to do it tonight. So you're going to have a little bit of the artichoke left, okay? The artichoke and cheese, cream cheese, and the parmesan, and the mozzarella, and the spinach, of course. So I'm going to add that to the Copper Chef pot, plug. So we're going to kind of melt that cheese down a little bit here. It's going to happen real quick with this induction oven, so you got to watch it. So we're going to melt it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to add, sorry about me getting in front of the camera, 1 cup of, I use whole milk. It calls for skim, but does anything on me look skinny? So anyway, we're going to add that whole milk. And as you can see, all the nice goldness, little bits and stuff that came off with the chicken, we're going to continue to melt this cheese and everything down that was in the artichoke. So you're going to be left with the spinach and a nice cheesy goodness. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. This is what I love about this thing. You can turn it up and you can set your thermostat to what you like. I'm going to turn it up to 300 degrees. We're going to let this melt down in here just a little bit. You can see it loosening up already. So as you can probably see where I'm going with this, this is going to become the sauce. We're going to let this get heated up a little bit. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more because we're on camera, and I got to watch it like a hawk here because it's going to start to bubble. I think it's already doing that. So I'm going to keep stirring it here, let it thicken up just a little bit, okay? And then as you can see where we're going, I'm going to add the chicken breast back into it. I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to turn it down on a low heat and let it steam and cook, and it's going to be nice and juicy for us. So one moment here, we're just going to let it continue to cook a little bit more. It's going to take probably about another 5, maybe 10 minutes for this to thicken up, and we'll be right back. Alright, so you see the cream sauce is starting to bubble pretty good, so I'm going to turn the temperature down here just a little bit. I'm going to turn it down to 150, and I'm bringing it down to a real small simmer, and then I'm simply just going to cover it. Now, if you guys don't have the Copper Chef Pro induction cooktop and anything fancy like that, it's not fancy, it's just, and by the way, this thing was only about $49. I think I said in another video it was $69, but it was $49. But if you don't have that, it works just perfectly fine on the stove, so don't worry. Or you can finish it in the oven. It's totally up to you. But anyway, I'm going to turn this down to 150, and I'm going to place the lid on it. This is what I love about this thing, is that you can place the lid back on it. Oops, I got it the wrong way. So place the lid on it, and I'm going to let it steam. Chicken's going to stay nice and moist and tender. And we're going to come back when this is done, and you're going to see me plate it up with another. We're going to have a couple other sides here, and I'll tell you about those when we come back, and we'll see how it goes. All right, BFM, here we go with another perfection on the plate. We got our spinach artichoke stuffed chicken breast, our quinoa, and our fire and ice salad that was inspired by Carrie's friend Rita Van Meer. Another perfection on the plate. I don't know what else to say. I want you to go like, comment, and subscribe, and also share the video. Turn on your notifications so you can see when the next video comes out. All right, and then also be on the lookout for our restaurant reviews. They're coming up. I'm going to review all local Indianapolis restaurants, and I'm going to tell you the truth about them. If I like them, go get it. All right, so this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.